good, everybody? Is labria.roshaan, LB Dollars, the living legend, the one and only, and I'm back to show you guys how I install my HD lace 6x6 closure blunt cut bob wig. This is the wig that I constructed myself. I made with hair from a vendor that I used, originally a birthday wig, but today we're going to rejudge her because I haven't worn her in a couple months and I feel like looking like something today. So I'm going to start off by putting it on. I have an elastic band in all my wigs. It just helps me, the wig feels snug on my head, and I'm just going to position it to where I want to be. This is the hair freshly washed. As you can see, it's air dried. It still has the waves in it. This is straight hair, but virgin hair has that wave in it. It feels good virgin hair at least. And yeah, so this is what the hair is looking like. So now moving on to prepping the hair, I'm going to start off by putting some heat protectant in my hair. You should use heat protectant in your hair with any style that you do that you're going to be using heat for. This is just the one I had on hand. You can use any one you like. And I'm just going to spray that and brush it in so everything is evenly coated before I blow dry. So I put my blow dryer on the hottest setting, on the highest mode, because I hate blow drying hair and I want it to be over with. And with wigs, I don't feel like being as tedious as I do with my natural hair. But I'm just going to use that comb attachment to comb through my hair, and this is going to help us get that nice sleek look at the end that you will see, and just get it super flat, because period. So as you can see, this is what my hair looks like after blow drying one side. As you can see, this side is super flat compared to this side that I haven't done yet. And that's what I mean by getting that sleek look. It gets your hair really, really flat. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same to the other side. Of course, my dog Chico never lets me have any peace while I'm doing anything. He has to be in my face. So this is a Chico love break. And moving on along, we're going to go back in with the blow dryer without the comb this time, just to get the damp parts of my hair. Actually the comb got really, really hot and I ended up taking it off, and then I was like, wow, my hair is still kind of damp. Let me go in again. So as you can see, I'm going to pick up my dimming brush and I'm going to just brush through it so it doesn't get super frizzy, and we can keep that flatness that we just created while also getting the hair all the way dry. So this is another option. Even if you don't have a comb attachment to put on your blow dryer, you can just use any type of brush to get your hair flat. Now it's time for the hot comb, the electric hot comb in this case, and this is essential to getting your hair nice and sleek. I missed that clip, but I already hot comb one side of my hair. As you can see, one has a hump and the other doesn't. But I usually start at the closures and eventually I go down the hair as well if there are any lumps, like at the top of any wefts. And this just helps everything look flat and seamless. And also, before we get the flat iron out, it helps get it as straight as the electric hot comb can get it. I'm also going to use that at the front too to like push it back, because that's just how I like to wear my wigs. But you can just keep it flat. Either way, it's just based on preference, honestly. So this is the holy grail, the star of our show that we're going to be using as an adhesive for our wig. Before we spray that, I do want to pull my baby hairs out that I like to use. I need to actually judge up my baby hairs, but I didn't feel like doing it for this video. But I'll do it in the future. And I'm just going to pull those out so I know where they are so they don't get stuck. And then I'm going to take that Gots to Be and I'm going to spray it on the hairline in front of the lace. Since this is not a frontal, I don't have to do it from ear to ear, which I love. 6x6 closure wigs are just so versatile. I think in the future I might flip the part on this wig. We'll see, maybe I'll do it in another video. But I'm just going to do that, and I only do about two lines of this spray and then spots the pieces. And then I get this elastic band, which is the same elastic band that I have in my wig, but I use this one specifically to help melt my lace. And I just tie that around, and I'm gonna brush it out, and then we're gonna go into flat ironing. So the flat iron I use is pretty wide. I think this is like the 1 inch or the 1.5 inch, but it helps a lot, and it makes it so much quicker when you're straightening your hair. But as you can see how much of a difference this flat iron makes, and I think I have it on 400, I believe, and I'm only doing like 1 or 2 passes. And 2 passes is kind of excessive, but 1 pass is enough, and I just help chase it with my dimming brush, and it gets super sleek and flat. Look at it. Listen, it's the vibe for me, because look at how this hair is flowing. As you can see, some pieces you might want to go over again to just get it as flat as you want it to be, but the hair is already looking so sleek, and that's because of the blow dryer that we use and the hot comb. They're essential when you're trying to get a sleek hairstyle like that. This cut is fire too. I really did that. But yep, now I'm going to go in on the other side, and which takes no time with the flat iron I'm using. But yes, I can't wait till we're all done. So this is what it looks like flat iron on both sides. Look at it, because period, you better flip, you better flip, you better flip. I did put a little bump at the end just so it's not super straight, and I do spray some Gossipy at the top for the flyaways, and I just push that down my hands, or you could brush it down, but it wasn't a lot of flyaways on this wig. But period, it looks so good. So I am going in the back and flat iron some more pieces, because I always forget about the back because you can't really see the back, but you want to make sure you get that so you're not out in these streets looking crazy, and make sure you just, hit the back up with that flat iron. But everything calls for a dance break. So while my lace is still melting, I like to dance just to give myself time to, let this lace lay and before I take it off. As you can see, when I take it off, it's still kind of sticky. It's not all the way dry. So I'm using the end of this comb edge brush to put those edge flaps that need to be pushed down. And I'm also going to use the comb part to brush out so it doesn't dry too hard. And you want to make sure you pay attention to that when using the Gossipy spray, because things get hard very quick with the Gossipy spray. Also those baby hairs, because you don't want those looking crusty and hard either. Now the baby hairs are super simple. I'm going to be using this mousse from The Dew, which is bomb. It's fire on natural hair too. Gotta get into it. So I'm only using a little bit because I love using this on my natural hair. But you can use any mousse you have on hand, and I just use that to mold my baby hairs. I don't do a lot of baby hairs with sleek looks just because I like it to look more natural, and I feel like baby hairs can kind of take away from that sometimes, but to each his own. But that's what I'm using to do my edges, and this is what it looks like dry. So now I'm going to take my bronzer, contour bronzy shade, and I'm going to use that makeup on the lace because it can look kind of white with the Gossipy spray, and that is it. Period. Put it on your cheeks too because it look good. So this is what it looks like in the light. It looks so good. It looks so sleek. It looks so natural. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Period.